I'm going to talk about how to make over $1,000 with YouTube ads. Now, this is part one of a 3-part series. So if you're just tuning into this one, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you guys can see part 2 and part 3. In part 2, I'm going to talk specifically about how you make over $1,000 a month with affiliate links on YouTube. And then in part 3, I'm going to teach you guys how you can make over $1,000 per month with selling merchandise. And I'm not talking about just selling t-shirts like everyone does. I'm going to show you guys and give you guys some examples and ideas of how you can monetize your channel with selling merchandise that's kind of outside of the standard t-shirt realm. And it can be done, guys. I've done it myself, so you guys can do it as well. Hey guys, it's Trey with Money Growth Academy, where we demystify entrepreneurship, simplify business strategies, and multiply your earnings. So let's just jump right into this so you guys can see how to make over $1,000 per month with YouTube ads. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button right there so you guys can catch all our videos. So to really understand how to get paid on YouTube ads, the first thing that we need to look at is, what are the qualifications? What do they want now? Well, we know that what YouTube did last year in 2018 was they kind of changed a lot of rules. So the minimum eligibility right now is, for their partner program, as you can see, you need to have 4,000 public watch hours, which breaks down to about 240,000 minutes. All right, so it's a lot of time. And then you're going to need, and that has to be in that at least the last 12 months. And then you're going to need 1,000 subscribers, okay? And then obviously have a AdSense link account, but that's not hard to do at all. The challenging part is getting the 4,000 public watch hours and then the 1,000 subscribers. And then just make sure you kind of follow this checklist to make sure that you get all that. Now, why this is interesting is because when they came out with this rule, it hurt a lot of small tubers, a lot of small YouTube channels that didn't quite have 1,000 subscribers, yet had a ton of watch hours, or vice versa. You know, we were in that position with some of our channels where we didn't quite have 1,000 subscribers, but we had, you know, well over 4,000 watch hours. All of a sudden, overnight, we were demonetized. We weren't able to make money, and we weren't able to make any money off of those videos, even though they were making, you know, thousands of dollars a month. So it was really messed up, hurt a lot of people out there. I know some of you guys might be in that position, but that's why it's so important to understand what we're going to talk about in this part 1, and then especially what we're going to talk about in part 2 and part 3, because that's how I continue to make money right now off of those channels without being monetized on some of those. I know that the 4,000 watch hours, the 1,000 subscribers can seem like a massive mountain to climb and that you just can't do it, but don't let these qualifications stop you guys, okay? Don't let this stop you, because like I said, in part 2 and part 3, I'm going to show you guys why you're building up your channel, why you're getting to this point to be monetized with YouTube ads. You can still be making money. So this whole method is about making sure that you're ready to really maximize YouTube ads once you make it there. So let's break down kind of the math for you guys on this. So the average CPM, or which is called the cost per milli, which is really the cost per 1,000 views, okay? It's about $2 for every 1,000 views, and that's really going to depend on the niche that you're in. If you're in a business niche, an education niche, a prank channels niche, sports niche, advertisers are going to pay a different CPM or CPC as well for, you know, those different niches. So, and I'm going to talk about in strategy 3 in this video, I'll talk about your CPM and how that can vary niche to niche and why you want to be really careful with that. But the average CPM rate shows that in order to generate income from YouTube, you need a lot of views. I don't think that's a secret. If you plan on making money off of YouTube ads, you're going to need views, which means you're going to need to create content that gets people's attention, okay? And the hard part about that is figuring out what is that content. What's the content that I need to create to get a lot of views? So I'm going to give you guys 2 tricks that you guys can use to figure out what kind of content's going to generate a lot of views. So for trick 1, I'm going to call it net fishing and pole fishing. If you've ever been pole fishing with a fishing rod, you know that it can take forever. You can sit out on a dock forever trying to catch a fish. If you've seen people fish with the net, they cast it out there, or ships drag these massive nets behind them, and they're really broad, and they capture a bunch of fish, and they pull it back into the ship. That's how we want to think of videos, okay? We want to think of videos not in terms of pole fishing, which are very specific and really too niche down. As beginner YouTubers, and to get a lot of views, we need to kind of figure out what are those broad videos that people are making. What videos could I catch the biggest audience with, okay? And so that's how I want you to think about videos. And let me show you some examples here, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want you to spend a lot of time making a pole fishing video, all right, and then figuring out, oh man, no, I spent all that time, all those resources in there, and no one's coming to the video, okay? All right, so let's look at Marcus Brownlee's channel, okay? He's got 8.2 million subscribers. He's a massive, massive YouTuber. Love what he does on his channel. But let's look at his videos and see the type of videos he makes, all right? So if you look at these videos, what would you say they are? Well, they're fishing pole videos that he makes. But you got to understand here, he's large enough, he's got a large enough subscriber base now, and he's so renowned in the industry and tech that people see him as an authority figure and they'll go to watch his videos, even though they're pole fishing. You don't have that luxury being a small channel. It's very, very hard for you to be found when you're really down low, okay? So if we look at Marcus's channel, AirPods 2, Tesla Model Y, Samsung Galaxy S10e, S10 Plus. His videos are very product specific, right? But look, they're still generating a lot of views. So let's look at his most popular. And his most popular are, look, fishing pole videos, right? So in the last 10 months, he got 20 million views on this. That would be incredible. 20 million views on the OnePlus 6 review, right? It's very product specific. But if I try to do that, if you try to do that, if we just try to copy what Marcus is doing, it's not going to work for us. We're going to fail. So let me show you how to use the fishing net method, all right? And some great people who do it. So if you guys know Peter McKinnon, he's a great filmmaker. He makes some really cool stuff on here. Let me show you one that he's using that is a very broad video that captured a lot of people and brought a lot of people back into his channel. So if I go to most popular videos, all right, here's a great one by Peter McKinnon. What lens should you buy, okay? And you're going to see here, he's not talking about one specific lens, right? No. He's talking about what lens should you buy. He's talking about multiple lenses. So someone who's interested in camera lenses and trying to figure out what should I buy, they're going to see this video and notice that he's talking about multiple lenses, which is great because that's going to draw in a bigger crowd. Now, if he just talked about, you know, the 16 to 35 millimeter by Canon, L-series glass, you know, that's not going to draw as many people because it's very specific, okay? So on your channel, for example, you'd be better off making a video about what lenses should you buy or the top 10 lenses versus, you know, just the best lens because it's going to bring in a larger crowd. Now, the other cool thing about this is if we click on this video, let's just click in real quick and see. By talking about multiple lenses, look what he's able to do. Look how many lenses he's got here listed in his links for his affiliates, which is something we're going to talk about in video 2 of how to really kind of maximize affiliate links and make money off of them. But by talking about a broad topic video like this, he's able to generate a lot more traction, and so would you as well. Now, let's look at one other example. I want to show you here. Sean Cannell from Think Media. I love this guy. He's great. And he helps YouTubers out a lot with their channels. And if we hop back into his videos as well, let's see if we can see something. Let's go to most popular. Okay, look, one of his most popular videos, one of the top ones is best cheap cameras for YouTube. Once again, it's a very broad, it's a broad video. It's one of these net ones. So he's dragging in a lot of people who are searching for this term. He's dragging in a lot of people back to his channel. Whether if he just talked about this Canon HD here, this camcorder, it would have been a very small audience he would have brought in, okay? Instead, he's talking about multiple cameras. He's talking about GoPros, Canons, you know, Lumix, Panasonic, all these different cameras for people to use. So really take a look at that, guys. When you're coming up with your ideas, think, is this a pole fishing video or is this a net? All right, which one's going to bring the most people back to my channel? And when you get a little bigger, you have the luxury of doing more specific product videos, okay? All right, for strategy 2, to understand this concept, you really have to understand how YouTube makes its money. So simply, YouTube makes its money by selling ad space to advertisers on videos. The more ads YouTube shares, the more chance they have to make money from companies, right? Because they're showing more of their content, they're showing more of their ads, they're getting more people in front of, you know, their digital billboards, we could call them. And so look at these ad formats. All right, so you have display ads. I'm sure you guys have seen those. Overlay ads, skippable video ads, non-skippable video ads, which we all hate, bumper ads, sponsored cards. There's a whole bunch of things when it comes to ads that they can put on your channel. So here's the Strad Man, and you can see these little yellow parts right here. Okay, so if I just let this play, let's see what type of ad this is. All right, boom. You see how it's just dropping right down there, that lower banner? And here's another one popping up for Sheen bikinis. I don't know what it has to do with this, but it's there. And you can kind of see, you know, there's Tom Clancy. And at the video, he's got another one. So that's one ad right there. Kevin David, if you've ever seen him, he does a lot of business type things, but let me just click on one of his videos. All right, we click on this video. Okay, we got a pre-roll ad that's skippable right here, okay? So I can skip this ad. That's another example there. So the most important thing with this strategy is watch time, all right? So the strategy is all about watch time. You have to increase your watch time, because if I can increase my watch time, that means I can get more people to see that ad. So as we saw in this one, let me just refresh it so that you can catch it again. But you can see how there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 ads, right? So if someone only watches to, you know, minute 30, they're going to see 1 ad. If I can get them to watch the entire video, they're going to see 4 ads, okay? So I'm going to get paid a lot more for those cost per impressions. So that's something that you guys got to think about with your channel is, how can I increase this watch time? How can I make this video more entertaining for people to watch, all right? And that's why you're going to see a lot of YouTubers, like look right here, 12 minutes, okay? A lot of YouTubers, you're going to see them making 10-minute videos or longer because they can stuff more ads into there versus someone who makes a video that's only 2 minutes long. Not saying that you can't make money off that, but it's a lot harder because here I can show 4 ads in one video, so I can make a lot more money. So that's something to think about, is increasing that watch time on the videos. And your content has to be good, right? Stradman here, he can't just stuff this with a bunch of crap for 10 minutes. It's actually got to be good content if I'm going to watch it for 10 minutes, okay? So it's really got to be good, and because no one's going to sit around for 10 minutes to watch it if the value's not there. And I'm actually going to cover some strategies on how to increase your watch time and get people to watch your videos longer. So make sure that you subscribe so that you can see that video. Strategy 3 is all about focusing on keywords within your niche and really figuring out the content that you're developing and the keywords and what ads could be associated with that video you're doing, right? So for example, let me just show you. So if I type in pranks, okay, we get all these prank channels, and on YouTube we know there's tons of prank channels, okay? And then if I checked out, you know, someone like Legal Eagle or an education channel, you know, this channel is probably going to make a lot more money than one of these just prank channels that are on here. And the reason is advertisers are willing to pay more money probably in the legal space than they are on random prank videos, right? So Legal Eagles, his channel is very specific, right? So it's going to be people looking for law stuff. And then he's got a Legal Eagle Law School here that's even more specified. So you really want to think about what niche you're going to go into as a channel, because if you focus on higher CPC keywords, for example, the keyword prank, I looked that up earlier in Google, and the keyword prank in Google Keywords is estimated around 13 cents. Now, the word online degree is worth about $39.70 all the way to $147. Guys, that's a lot of money per click. So can you see the value of, you know, how you could have only, you know, 1,000 subscribers, yet you're in the online degree space, you know, making a channel around that and generate some serious money because your CPC is so high versus someone who has a prank channel, millions of viewers. And I know a lot of people like this. I got friends who have these channels, massive amounts, millions of subscribers, and they're only making a few $100s a month. And I've got channels that I know that are making a lot more money with just a few subscribers, all because of the CPC. Don't just go into a niche because it has a high CPM or CPC, because you're going to burn out real fast if you don't have a passion or if you don't love that, all right? And that's why it's so important that you watch part 2 and part 3 of this series, because I'm going to show you how to make more money off of YouTube regardless of the YouTube ads, all right? Like I said, the YouTube ads, that's great and all fun, but I'm going to show you how to make the real big money that YouTubers make, and that comes in part 2 and part 3. As I mentioned earlier, I never rely on YouTube as a source of income. On all the channels we have, I just see the revenue coming from YouTube as tips or, you know, pennies from heaven or surprise money, but I don't rely on it, nor will I ever rely on it. Guys, subscribe, because you need to see part 2 and you need to see part 3 of this series, because if you don't have 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, you won't be able to qualify to make YouTube ads. But I'm going to show you how on some channels of mine, I've been able to make thousands of dollars through selling stuff and with affiliate links. So make sure to watch part 2 and part 3 and hit that subscribe button. See you guys later.